in front of him and praised him. Another colleague saw this and asked the guy, "Isn't Chen Yang supposed to be handling that customer? Why did you let Chen Na take over?" He replied annoyedly, "I couldn't be bothered. Let Chen Na work for free." A student saying he wants to buy an M9 and test drive it? Isn't that just bragging? The other colleague said. What if he actually buys it? You'll regret it then. Chen Yang still scoffed. Buy my ass. Just a poor guy bringing a pretty girl along to show off. I've seen this a million times. Meanwhile, Chen Na was enthusiastically introducing the car. Sir, this car mainly features intelligent driver's seat design and is equipped with a 192-line laser radar, enabling full autonomous driving. How does it feel? Chen Yuan quietly assessed the girl's efficiency. Very professional. Her looks and figure aren't any less than Feng Minhui's, he thought. It's just that you often hear stories online about female car salespersons rarely closing deals with male customers. A few impure thoughts about Chen Na popped up in his head. Over there, Chen Na asked, "Do you understand all the car's configurations? What's your budget?" Chen Yuan casually asked, "Do you have a car in stock? I want to pick it up today." Chen Na's eyes lit up as she secretly thought, customers who buy our cars usually have to look at them several times before making a deal. This guy just test drove it and decided to buy it without even asking the price. If he really buys it, why did Chen Yang give up on serving him? She checked and said apologetically, "Sorry, we don't have the car in stock right now, but another store has a customer who had financial issues and canceled their order. If you need it, we can transfer it here within a week." Chen Yuan nodded in agreement. "That's fine, I'll place an order today." Chen Na was even more surprised. Looking at Chen Yuan with admiration, she thought, the car costs over 600,000 yuan to get on the road, and he's buying it just like that. Is this the legendary angel customer? Or does he have other intentions? Despite her thoughts, she remained calm and politely said, "Please come inside the store to rest for a moment. A deposit of 50,000 yuan is required up front. I'll go get the contract." After returning to the store, Chen Yang immediately started gossiping and asked Chen Na, "What did that customer say?" Chen Na sat down to prepare the contract and slowly replied, "He bought it." The colleague who heard this exclaimed in disbelief, "What? He bought it? That was fast." Chen Yang was even more incredulous. He put his hands on his hips and said disdainfully, "That guy's just pretending. When it's time to pay, he'll come up with all sorts of excuses to disappear. We have plenty of people like that in the store." The male colleague seemed enlightened and chimed in, Yeah, that's right. I've been selling cars for so many years, and I've never seen a customer buy so quickly." Chen Na calmly reaffirmed, "I'm telling you, Mr. Chen bought it, and he's even going to pay the full amount." This news shocked the male colleague so much that he lost control of his words. The colleague turned to Chen Yang and said, "You idiot. You let such a big order slip away. You're going to regret this." He couldn't do anything about his frustration and could only clench his fists in self-anger. After completing the paperwork, Chen Na asked with a smile, "Mr. Chen, if you have any issues with the follow-up procedures, feel free to tell me at any time. Where would you like to go later? Would you like me to see you off?" Feng Minhui walked over and took Chen Yuan's arm, saying, "No need. We'll call a car ourselves." Seeing her attitude, Chen Na felt a little embarrassed and thought guiltily, "I was too eager to protect the customer and made his girlfriend unhappy. I'm screwed taking this." She stood in place and politely said, "All right then, I won't see you off any further." The two continued to stroll down the street. Chen Yuan looked at his phone and asked, Hui, let's go eat now, okay?" She suddenly pouted and said, "Oh," which sounded ominous. Chen Yuan immediately realized something was up. He turned to her and asked, "Feng Minhui's unhappy. Are you jealous?" She blushed and looked away, saying, "No, I'm not." Chen Yuan smiled indulgently and said to her, "You say you're not? Your expression says otherwise. I and she are only the business relationship between a salesperson and a customer, nothing more." Feng Minhui blushed, her voice a little sulky as she replied, "Who knows? You were talking to her so happily, and you were scrolling through her moments, for so long too." Chen Yuan scratched his cheek and explained embarrassedly, "Haha, it's actually just a habit. I always scroll through people's moments whenever I add them as friends." She turned her face away and reminded him, "Well, don't do that next time." After saying this to Chen Yuan, Feng Minhui thought, "I clearly have nothing to do with Chen Yuan, So why am I suddenly jealous? Guys who spend money so generously are really easy to attract other women. I have to hold on to Chen Yuan tightly. Meanwhile, Chen Yuan was still repeating the words from earlier. I won't do that next time. Let's go eat first. Then we'll go shopping. I'll buy you gifts for National Day. He was a little nervous in his heart, thinking, there won't be anything fishy next time. I'm really not that pure, damn it. Hearing about shopping, Feng Minhui said, but you already bought me 2 bags yesterday, she thought to herself. Although I'm a little expectant, it's not good to let Chen Yuan spend money like this. What if he thinks I'm a gold digger? Chen Yuan smiled gently and said, it's okay, it's normal for girls to have lots of bags. Anyway, there are 7 days in a week, so you won't be repeating them every day. He thought to himself. Anyway, spending money on girls can get me a 3. The more she buys, the better, so I can earn more. The two went into a cafe. Chen Yuan handed her the menu and asked, Hui, would you like a cold or hot drink today? Hearing this, Feng Minhui embarrassedly thought, Chen Yuan is asking me if I want a hot or cold drink. Is he indirectly asking if I have my period? He wants to, she timidly replied. That, a cold one. Chen Yuan was confused. He finally realized something and blushed, thinking, what's with Hui's expression? Good job. What are you thinking about? But the last time I was with Zhao Wanting was 2 months ago. But it's been accumulating so much. It's really time to release it. Let's just let this misunderstanding intensify. 3 hours later, the two had left the shopping mall. From top to bottom, she had a watch worth 12,800, a bracelet worth 20,800, and a handbag worth 5,500. The stats on her head had also increased to 81. She looked at him embarrassedly, thinking, Chen Yuan treats me so well that it feels unreal. He just bought me over 80,000 yuan worth of stuff in a little while, and almost 140,000 in 2 days. Over on this side, Chen Yuan's bank system also chimed in with a notification. Construction Bank, card ending in 0098, received 252,000 yuan at 11:39 on May 12th. Current balance, 224,216 yuan. Chen Yuan happily looked at the rising number on his phone, thinking, this double cashback from the system is legit. I gave old Chen 50,000 for the car, and boom, got it back in no time. Even though this 217,000 includes the car payment, even after deducting nearly 60,000 for the car, that's still over 16 million yuan to blow. Chen Yuan turned to Feng Minhui with a sly grin and said, Minhui, don't go back to the dorm tonight, okay? Hearing this suggestion, she shyly nodded. Half an hour later, at the Grand Rich Hotel, room 808, Chen Yuan was leisurely taking a warm shower, washing away all the worries. Feng Minhui was lying on the bed outside, anxiously staring at her phone screen, thinking, Chen Ling asked why I haven't come back to the dorm. What do I tell her? Just say I'm with Chen Yuan? Too embarrassing. Before she could figure it out, Chen Yuan came out. His toned body was on full display. Chen Yuan, while drying his hair, asked, Minhui, are you ready? She blushed, looking at Chen Yuan. In her heart, she thought, sorry, Ling Ling, he's giving me so much already. Finally, she sent her friend a hurried text. Ling Ling, I'm not coming back tonight. If anyone asks, just say I went to visit relatives. Okay, she said shyly. Chen Yuan, I haven't showered yet. He buried his head in the hollow of her shoulder, inhaling deeply, and said, it's okay. I love your scent. He quickly pinned her down and got to work. Feng Minhui continuously blushed, letting out embarrassing moans. She gently called his name, Chen Yuan. He skillfully used his mouth to undo the zipper of her dress and said, I love every scent on your body. She was in a daze, placing her hand on Chen Yuan's chest and gently instructed. Be gentle, he happily replied. The two of them dove into each other, lost in the moment, forgetting the world. Half an hour later, they were resting. She lay in Chen Yuan's arms, thinking, this kind of thing is really not as scary as Chen Ling said. Chen Yuan, on the other hand, looked gloomy, thinking, I didn't expect Minhui to be. This feels great, but also exhausting. Looks like I haven't been working out enough. 2 months without doing it, and I've regressed this much. Before he could rest much, Feng Minhui climbed on top of Chen Yuan and gently said, Chen Yuan, how about we do it again? Chen Yuan, hearing this, startled and said, Minhui, can you wait a little longer while I rest? She, with a deadly seductive look, cooed, No, I want it now.